the first time I heard it was from a Welsh friend of mine who had been up to London, and he came back with all this Polari when I was about 15, and I thought it was fabulous because you could sit around, you know, as we walked through town or whatever. We could use this Polari to not let anybody know what we were talking about, because nobody in Wales would have heard of it before, so we just used to chatter on and fall about laughing, you know, like if there was a woman went past with dreadful hair, we'd say Nafraya, and if we saw a nice looking young man, we'd say, oh, Boner Omi dear, you know, or if we saw another queen mincing down the street, we'd say Vada the Omi Palone, means look at the queen. You understand what I mean? And there's other things like your fingers are your martinis, your bum, they call that your brandy gauge, and little children were called feelies, you know, meaning small kids that got under your feet. And what else? Your oogles with your eyes. I did the hair was your raya, your legs were your lally, and your shoes were your bats, and there we go, yeah.
You came to Australia in 1963. When did you first hear it in Australia?
I didn't really. Oh yes, I did. When I joined Les Girls in late '63, the compere, who was Peter Moselle, who's quite a few years older than me, and he'd picked it up because he worked around London and he was a pommy, and he knew of it because he'd been in those after the war, Second World War. He'd been in those shows that went around soldiers in skirts, and that's where he picked it up. It goes back to the gypsy days and back to the early 1900s. But it's not spoken. It's right the first time. It's not spoken in the gay scene. Say, for example, in Brisbane or Melbourne or Sydney, not very much. A few of the older queens say it, and a lot of drag queens have picked it up as well.
And did you ever speak it much within Les Girls?
Oh yes, all the time. Because some of the things you can come out with are just hysterical, and you fall about laughing.
Do you ever use it now?
No, not very often. Only if I'm maybe talking to friends of mine on the phone that knew me we were together at Les Girls, albeit I only talked to a couple that I knew from Les Girls. Yeah.
Stan, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, and you've caught me in some dreadful looking gear. I mean, I'm usually dressed up at this time of day. I probably look dreadful. See you later, viewers.